What is up, everybody? Man, it's good to be back on here. How you, Derek?
I'm doing good. I'm here. It feels like the last couple of months, it's always something. We're always gone. So I'm just glad to be home right now.
It is 2024 has turned into. Hey, do you feel like every year we restart the years here lately, and we're like, this year's going to be better, and it's just more hectic than the one before? Like,
Well, I mean, lately, but it seems like things are going crazy. You got the wars and inflation's crazy. Everything's expensive. And so
I
there's
feel
a
like
lot
it
going
was.
on. I think that's why it feels that way.
I feel like it's since COVID started. I feel like every year since COVID has just been progressively more crap go on.
Yeah, I think so. I don't doubt
So
that. But
that was
hopefully, 24 just started. So let's not be pessimistic about
it. It did just start. It doesn't feel like that at all, but it did. It did
it.
just. I have to keep reminding my wife of that too. I'm like, it's only March. It's not even that far in. It is almost my birthday, which is literally next week.
Oh, well, how old are
Yep,
you going to be?
42.
Man, you are old.
I actually went to my annual doctor visit today just to cement the fact that I'm old.
Yeah, there's other things we have to look forward to up the road here as we get a little bit older when we go to the doctor. So, and we'll just enjoy your annual physical while we can.
No, no physical. No, no, no. Just annual checkup. Not we're not that old yet. We're not doing the physical
Okay,
deal yet.
okay.
No, 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 no. No, no, but I did get told my cholesterol was high, so I think I have a reason to diet now, literally. And I told my wife, I was like, yeah. She said my cholesterol is a little high, and she was like, how high? I said, I don't remember what the number was. I said, but it's high while taking cholesterol medicine. If that is any,
Oh,
if
well,
that's, he was like, oh my gosh.
what really sucks with cholesterol is like, so on one side, you don't want to eat carbs and sugars and, fat and stuff like that. But from a cholesterol perspective, you just really don't want to eat meat fat, you know? And then I've read saturated fat stuff because I have high cholesterol too. I'm not on anything yet, but I'm headed that way, so I'm trying to do my best. But it's hard to diet that way because I'm like, my wife doesn't want to eat high carb, high fat type stuff, and I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't have a bunch of meat in it. It's chicken or whatever. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, so then I think I'm good to do that. So I feel like eating to lower cholesterol, at least for me, leads to weight gain. You deal with that?
I mean, my biggest problem with the cholesterol, and I was kind of researching some today, like what to eat, instead of this, eat that, and everything. I don't know what half of it is. I mean, I don't even know what some of the stuff is. There's nothing to
What do you
avoid
mean?
your cholesterol. The choices are terrible, just
Oh, I know.
downright terrible. Because I mean, I want red meat. I want red meat every day.
I know. I do competition barbecue, and I can't stand doing the chicken. We have a guy Brandon on our team that does the chicken because nobody else wants to, but I don't want to do that. So, but I do, and I work for a company that provides lunches, and they really started doing this in during COVID, and people got used to it, I think, and they found probably that people work more when they get food brought to them because they don't leave, they just eat and they kind of work at their desk.
Mm-hmm.
And so they continue to do that. And it's a cool perk. But man, when I first started, I was just they send you this link and everybody orders what they want off this link for DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if the restaurant is Popeyes or if it's whatever, I was just getting something because I'm like, why am I going to leave to go get lunch? I can't do that now. I started gaining weight like instantly within a couple weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and so now I'm the guy that's ordering the salad all the time. I'll just go look for whatever
Mm,
salads on the
I
menu. It's
can't.
terrible, I know, but I don't have a
I
choice.
just can't do that. I can't do that many salads. I try, like I like a salad here, a couple times a month, 2 or 3 times a month, but man, I can't. And what gets me, I don't know why. You're talking about getting food out to eat or whatever. The moment I pick up the menu, I forget I'm on a diet. Like I can all day think that I need to eat better, and then you hand me a restaurant menu, and that is gone. I don't remember that I'm dieting. I don't remember that I'm fat. Don't remember any of that. It's whatever sounds the best.
Yeah, well, you get there and you're just like, I'm going to cheat today, and
Yeah.
I'm going to eat the processed meats and all of the fats, and it'll be fine because then tomorrow I'll eat better. And then tomorrow, your wife's like, we need to eat. We need to get something, before we get home. And the only thing near is Cane's chicken strips. And you're just like, yeah, I'll just do that today too. And then before you know it, you've done that for 30 or 40 straight years. And here we are.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, the end of the day is what is the killer is You've tried to do good all day, and by the end of the day, you've got kid stuff to do and errands to run and the store to go
Mm-hmm.
to, and no one has the time to try to cook anymore. You're like, I don't even have time for that. Just grab a pizza or something, which is terrible, terrible
Oh
option.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, it happens. It happens quick and it's over, and then you're like, oh, that was a terrible idea.
yeah. You don't even feel good after you eat it. And for the record, just so you know, pizza's a terrible option for high cholesterol because it's all cheese and meat. It's just really bad for
It's
us.
all if it's good stuff. Chances are it's not good for high cholesterol. Is kind of what I've determined.
I know it's a battle.
Well, before we dig into what's not good for you, and I want to preface this by in my research, I don't know what I clicked or how I got to it, but I actually found an article that says there's potential benefits of drinking whiskey, which I
Oh, I love it.
probably couldn't find a lot of people to agree with me. But I mean, it talked about like heart health, relieving cold symptoms, helping your immune system, the vitamins and stuff that were in it. So I think with that being said, the best way to get healthy right now would be to try a little whiskey.
Man, I like the R&D.
I thought that was pretty good.
So today we've got another partner called Alamo Distilling, and so they provided us with some samples. And really, if I think back, I'm pretty sure they were the first company that responded positively to me reaching out and said, "Hey, we want to work with you guys. This is cool." And they sent
Weren't they
us
the ones that like
several.
you commented and you said something like in a day both of our front porches had an enormous box of alcohol on
Yeah,
it?
that's the other thing. I didn't. I mean, she said that we shipped it, and I don't even know that I told you before you got it because I didn't think it was going to get there. Literally, like express mail, like the
They
next
like
day.
overnighted it.
Yeah, and it was several bottles of booze, and we'll tell you what all that is. I think we're just going to sample the whiskey today, but we've got 4 other bottles, and we'll kind of share with you what that is.
So this one is a small batch by Alamo Distilling Company bourbon whiskey, 45%. So that makes it what, 90 proof?
That's it. And this is a bourbon whiskey. Slade, I'm going to read just a little bit about it. She sent us these cards as well, and I'll read a little bit about it so people know what we're supposed to taste and all that kind of stuff. But it's Alamo
Fantastic.
Black Label Bourbon, and it's rich, bold, and smooth, and made in the heart of San Antonio, Texas. So I don't know that we mentioned that, but yeah, this is another Texas one. The bourbon begins as a high corn mash with a touch of rye and malted barley. So this might be similar to the Acre one that we liked that had a lot of corn.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Yep.
what's that one called? I can't remember, but it was really good and we liked it.
Sunray.
Sunray, yeah. And it was a little sweeter, so this might be similar to that. We'll see. And it says after maturing in low char barrels, the spirit produced is an approachable, versatile go-to Texas bourbon. And it says aromas rich oak, toffee, and dark fruit. We'll smell it and see if we agree. And then it's a full-bodied taste with vanilla, cocoa. I don't know if it's cocoa or cacao, oak, and a touch
I
of
don't know.
spice. So sounds pretty good. We'll see if we agree with
I
all
like the
that.
word I like the word approachable being in there. It's an approachable bottle. Because I
Yeah.
can say in my younger days there wasn't many bottles of whiskey that weren't approachable at least.
Well, I'm just glad I was reading it and I could actually pronunciate that because I don't CACAO. Is that cacao? Is that how you say that?
I'm not even going to
You don't
step
know
on that
either.
one because that would sound retarded. So no, I don't know how you say that word.
Okay.
Let's see if I can bottle pop it decently.
Mm.
So much pressure in doing this. Yours is good.
Yours
Kind
wasn't
of a
good.
low noise, really. Really not what I
Yeah.
expected.
All right. So
I am going to
it
go over
says
ice
that.
today.
Oh,
I'm
you
going to go over
are.
ice today. Well, I don't know if everybody remembers or people who did watch it on YouTube. I almost died like last
Put
episode.
this on here so people can see. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I didn't know you were going to. I just happened to decide to do that.
Well, I think the last episode I inhaled at the wrong time and almost died. It was touch and go.
Yeah, and I had to keep talking while you were choking. You were muted, but I could see you, and it's for one, it's hard to keep talking and just fill this airspace with noise. But it's also hard not to laugh at your
I'm sure
buddy
that made a
who's literally
challenge.
choking on camera.
Yeah, I thought I did a good job of. I mean, audio, like podcast wise, people listening had no idea that happened. They might have heard my voice a little rough the next time, but video people were like, "Yeah, something just happened."
That's true.
And
All right, let's do it.
what notes are we looking for here in smell?
Well, before I remind you, tell me what you smell.
That is unnecessary pressure.
I don't know
Definitely
either. I'm not
cacao,
looking
or
at
definitely cacao, or whatever that was.
it. Cacao. I know that's made up. Um,
Oaky.
I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
smell a little bit of oak.
Yeah, but that's obvious.
Well, that was a cheap answer to get me through it.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it smells a little bit like vanilla. Maybe like the TX whiskey has that kind of natural vanilla smell. We'll see.
Good though.
That's really good.
Good, really good bourbon. That's a really good bourbon.
Yeah, it really is. It's super smooth. It definitely has that
Very.
sweetness we thought it would. And then it says on tasting, you'll a touch of spice. That is definitely true. Can you taste that on the back end? Just a little bit of spiciness.
Oh, there's definitely a spiciness. Yeah,
That's really good.
a little bit, but not too much either. Like not none of the none of it's overpowering.
Yeah. So I'll share with everyone what else we've got, and I've got these bottles here, so I'll show you for those that are watching. Otherwise, I'll describe them. But we've got a coconut flavored rum called Rasta Bob. You think it's Rasta or Rasta? Rasta or
I think it's
Rasta
Rasta. I think
Bob?
it's Rasta.
Rasta Bob coconut. And
So like
you haven't tried
kind
it?
of their spin on Malibu.
Yeah, I think so. If it's anything like the bourbon, it's going to be better than Malibu, though, for sure. Then we got a premium Texas vodka. And that looks empty, but it's full. I don't know if you can tell that. I just
We
didn't
need to
want
get our
people
wives
thinking I
on
got
here. We
into
need to get
this.
our wives on here for the vodka tasting. They would be the better.
I'm cool with that. You know, we need to have it backwards. We need to have a guest. I think it's time for that.
I think it's about time.
And then, so I showed you the gin and the vodka. And this is the weird one, and I don't even know what it is. But it says
This is the one my
flavored.
daughter wanted to try. Yeah, my daughter wanted to try this chamoy flavored liqueur.
What y'all got going on in your household where your daughter wants to drink alcohol, man?
Chamoy is not an alcohol.
This is. It says
Yes. So
chamoy
she
flavored
just saw
spirit.
that it was, she just saw chamoy flavored and was like, "Ooh, can I try it?" And I mean, she's 12, so I obviously said no. But
But I don't even know what chamoy is.
I don't know what it's made of. It's that Mexican stuff. It's like a syrupy. They use it like on the rims of drinks and stuff.
Salt?
Like I've done like a ranch water and rim it in chamoy and covered in tahini. It is pretty good.
You're well traveled though, so you try all that cool stuff.
I think ranch water just had like a trendy phase. So I don't do clothing trends. So I do more like liquor trends. I was going to say liquor trends.
I don't know if I do any real trends. I guess I do. So my house, my wife is always decorating and we're always buying stuff for it. That's the trendy thing that we do, I guess.
I know. I don't enjoy coming to your house because then we leave and my wife's like, "Oh, are we going to do some of that? We should really start working on this or that or this or that." I was like, "Well, no."
Just do that. You're doing just right. Just say no. Because once you start, it's a slippery slope. And if people want to know, they can go to the Henley houses on Instagram because my wife keeps up with like all the images there, and they'll see all the stuff that she's had us working on. And we've only been in this house for a year and a half.
You do some interesting things. I do like the things she posts. Y'all need to go check that out. They do. He may be complaining, but they're good at it. I've actually already told him I've got jobs here for him to come help me do because I'm not that guy. That's not like I want to go travel or go do stuff. I want my house to be set in stone.
I hear you, but I'm definitely going to help. I think the girls are already kind of getting something set up. But you're living.
Well, I mean, they won't tell us until then.
I haven't seen this, but you're living without carpet, right, in your house?
Ooh, that is going to get you in so much trouble with my wife. But
can I not say that?
I mean, you've already said it. There's no, and this is not live, so there's no way to get rid of it. But no, I've started. No, we started a bedroom project. That's kind of where we're going to start with. It hadn't been that long. I'm starting to pull all the carpet up and getting ready to put floors down and all that. So, but I've also got outdoor projects, and it's getting that time of the year to work on some of them too. So it's fixing to be busy. But let me do say, as far as trends, I am trendy in the fact that I just got a new washer and dryer.
Look at you. Did you spend a fortune?
I mean, a fortune compared to what you spent 5 years ago, pre-COVID. I mean, I think everything. Do you notice everything you describe now is pre-COVID? Like this is how it was pre-COVID. But no, then it was a lot worse. But no, I think they had a sale going on, and I got ones which I was blown away. I guess I haven't caught up, but so ours are smart washers and dryers. Why do we need so many smart appliances? What is
We don't.
And there wasn't. I didn't even see a non-smart option. I got the smart one.
Yeah, well, you don't have a choice. So I said we've been in this house for less than like a year and a half. And so they call it smart house and all this stuff. It's not smart. In fact, it's kind of dumb. They have this smart hub. It's like the opposite. And it's all wired. So they've like wired everything. So like in the living room, there's like a wall plate, but on the ceiling. I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but it's for a wireless access point. But the thing is, you don't need wires now. Everything's pretty much wireless. So it's just a bunch of wires coming together in this box in our laundry room. It's totally worthless. But the appliances are all smart too. So you have to hook them up to Wi-Fi, and they send you notices and warnings. And our couch is probably 5 feet away from the oven, and we can get on our phone and preheat it. Like, why? Who can't just get up and walk 5 feet? I don't understand it. I don't understand the benefit.
I mean, I can't say I wouldn't do that. That doesn't sound terrible.
Now you want that? And we still got to get to put the food in too.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, you have until you pay somebody to do that. Yeah, but no, I
wasn't trying to talk you into it.
You kind of did already. But now the washer and dryer, I mean, it just like tells you when it's done. You can send it commands to start, and I was like, that's just. I mean, when it's done, what is it? I mean, I've got to go in there anyway. There's literally no way around that, and there's no preheating a washer and a dryer. So I mean, I've got to go in there. Am I going to go put the clothes in it and then go sit down and go? Now I'm going to start it. I don't want to be in the room when it starts. I don't understand. That's one of those. I don't see the point of it. It's more just to do it, just to do it.
I think all of it's dumb. And the worst part is like with an oven, it's got this head unit above it. So you open it, it's all electric. It doesn't have buttons. It's got a screen, which works perfect when you're starting the oven. But then if you have anything with like a lot of moisture in it and you open up the oven and all the steam comes out, it fries that thing and it like freaks out for a little bit. It won't even turn off. Like you're trying to turn the oven off and it turns off for a second and then it like starts beep bop doing this weird thing and then like comes back on.
I like it. Does what now? What is it? It does again?
I'm not doing that twice.
I just want to be there to hear it do that. You've now got me interested. I want to hear it do that. I want to hear your oven make robot noises from the 80s.
Well,
I'd
rather have a robot oven from the 80s. This thing's terrible. It's the worst.
It is funny to look. Remember like 80s movies, what the future was going to be? It was going to be like some goober robot driving around talking dumb to you. Like that was going to be the high-tech future, and then we're not there.
No, we're not.
Just see that our washer's done from another room.
That's right. Our biggest advancement is preheating the oven and saving a 5-foot trip.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. It didn't go where they thought it was going to go. Not at all.
Okay. So you went and bought this, you bought this washer and dryer. Where do you go to do that? Are you at like a big box store? Did you do it online? How'd you buy it?
I ordered it from Best Buy. I didn't even go look at it. I just got on Best Buy and found one that I thought looked good enough. And literally, it only backfired in one way. One way. The top is slanted, and my wife is furious about that.
What does that mean, slanted?
Well, you can't like the flat area on top is a slant to it, so you can't just sit stuff on the washer and dryer.
Oh, okay. That would irritate.
We always had like that was like where dog food sat and stuff like that for us to get to feed the dogs, and now anything you set just slowly eases off and falls off. Or, I mean, you fold your clothes and sit it up there. I mean, I get it.
That's what we do, yeah.
I didn't know that I needed to look when I was buying online and make sure that the top wasn't slanted. I didn't know somebody had decided that was a thing now.
Is this how things work in your household? Like, do you get to make these decisions and go buy this stuff without any input?
Sometimes, but I think it's just so somebody can complain afterwards. Like, sure, just get it. It's fine. I trust you. Oh, you got it? You didn't do a good job.
You really screwed up.
I mean... Our living room furniture is the same way. I was allowed to choose that, and I haven't heard the end of it for years.
Yeah, but you still get to choose. I've never gotten to choose, and I don't even think I did anything wrong. I think I just haven't earned that right to do that. And I don't know when I would.
I complain more than you do, I think. Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'd like to pick something in this house. I feel like I'm surrounded by not me. So she's like, oh, okay, you can pick this, and then she immediately regrets it.
I almost always only care about the price anyways. So she'll be cost conscious conscience, but she will not. In terms of the design part, she doesn't care. She's going to pick that. She's like, you have no input on that.
So what? You're the cost person, or she's the cost person?
I'm the cost person, but she knows that, so she'll go, all right, well, this one's super expensive. I'm not going to fool with that. How about this one? She'll skip the elite stuff or whatever.
The way I see it happening in her head is she's looking at it. She's like, "Oh, I really want that one. Oh, Derek will never let me do that one," and it just goes to something else. Like inside, she's a little saddened. Like I really wanted the other one, but I know he'll say no.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. It's too expensive.
You'll take that remark.
Yeah, I'll take that remark. You can't.
I'll take that remark.
You can't spend the kind of money on some of this stuff. It's ridiculous. There's a balance.
It is a little crazy, but I mean, everything is. There's nothing that's not crazy.
I know groceries are crazy. Eating out,
groceries are crazy.
It's all crazy.
Eating out is insane. Which here lately has been a killer for us because I don't know. I mean, I do know what your son does, basketball and all that. So, I feel like with kids' activities, you find yourself eating out more, and at times there's somebody with you. Like it's not just the base family unit.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like my son's buddy will go with us all over, and it's fine. He's actually family. My son's best friend is also his cousin. They didn't know each other until they were older, so it's almost like they're just friends, but they're cousins too. Anyways, he's around a lot, and my son's around him a lot. In fact, he's there tonight at his buddy's house. So, but yeah, you're right. You take someone with you, 4 people to eat dinner, you're spending over $100. It's crazy.
Yeah, easy. And as a parent, I don't know how you are. Well, you probably are the same because I know you're cost conscious. But you listen to their decisions. You so badly want to be like, "Are you sure that?" But no, I don't want to be. I don't want to do that to you. Go ahead and get what you want. But
yeah, exactly. But you got to pick your battles, and I think appliances is a good battle.
Well, I took it as a victory because I got to choose something, and I'll be honest. So it's to show who we are. Like this was our first new appliance, and I take that back. Like maybe 8 years ago, we got a stove. So it's been a while. We don't get them often. We're not. I will use something until it just. I mean, as long as the function portion is still intact, I'm money with it. It may not be pretty. There may be some shut the door different. This doesn't work right, but the main function. That's if I like refrigerator, I've had to chisel out the ice maker probably 15 times, but it still works after I'm done. So,
but it still works.
So I put up with it. Is the chiseling worth, another, I mean, what are fridges now? $2,000? No, I'm not going to go. I can chisel for $2,000.
Well, you said refrigerator and it got me to thinking I did get to pick out the refrigerator. And I got to say that now because I just said I never get to pick anything. But I got to pick.
And you did a good job because I know where you're going with. I know what else you're going to mention because I know I was impressed, and I'm waiting. I kind of want a refrigerator now.
So when you get a refrigerator, there's really just one thing you should be focused on as a guy, right? And it's
will it make a grocery list? That's what you want. That's what you're focusing on, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Will it connect to your smartphone and send you a grocery list? That's what you're going to say, right?
I try to avoid that, but the thing that's important to me is, does it make ice balls? And if it does, then I do want it. So I did pick out the fridge because it does make craft ice, it calls it. So I have balls of ice in the freezer all the time, which is great. So anytime we're drinking or you come over, we can use them.
I know your delivery. I was like, let me get some ice out of your refrigerator. You're like, no. Open the door. Look in there. I could tell it was a prideful moment for you of what you had chosen and the benefit it had given you. So
yeah. Love it.
I can't blame you for that one. That was good. That was really good.
I don't know if you know this, if you are going to buy one at some point, if you want clear ice, there's a difference between regular ice and clear ice. You may already know that. But will make...
No, I did not know that.
It will make clear ice balls. Or just regular ones that have some white in it,
I've never seen it.
If you do the clear, it'll make 3, and you can see they're not huge. It'll make 3 of them in a day, 24 hours. Yeah, I'm like, that's not going to keep up. But here's the crazy thing you may not know. To do the regular ice, I can only get 6. So what I do is it'll start building it up over a week or something. I don't drink during the week usually, except for when we do something like this. And it'll build it up to where it can't fill anymore. And I'll put them in Ziploc bags and then just put them separate in the freezer. Because you'll get behind. Like you and I, you come over for one weekend, we're going to kill more than 6, in a day. So we have to have some backups.
I feel like that's a very good old man thing, that you are bagging the ice that your refrigerator's making and keeping it for later. That is definitely an old man activity. You are
I didn't
bagging
really
the ice
think
like
of
it's
it.
making it, and I'm going to go ahead and save some of this. I'm going to get me a stockpile of ice.
Do you think we can cut that part out of this podcast? Because I just thought about that, and I
No,
totally agree. Well, that's too
no, we'll
bad.
probably make that one into like a little clip or a reel and throw it out on social media, because that's going to be memorable. The fact
That's
that
gonna be a good one. Yeah.
you make bags, you save your ice.
Well, look, the next time
So,
you're over and you're enjoying a cocktail, you can thank me for bagging the ice.
I will. I'll be sure. And hey, you do take it to your cabin sometime, don't you? So I mean, there's a good purpose to it.
Yeah. So we
I'll
don't
save you
drink
with that one.
the water at the cabin is it's rain caught water, and we don't use it to drink, obviously. So we use it to shower, clean dishes, that kind of stuff. But for drinks, we have to get our own ice. So I guess it is an old man thing, because I'm like actually not even having to stop and buy ice now, because I'll just bring like a big Ziploc full of those ice balls, and I'm good for the weekend up there.
And you're such a planner, such a planner.
But I think to really be an old man saving ice cubes, if I took them to somebody's house, like if I go to your house to hang out, if I show up with a bag of ice, then I think that qualifies as an old man move.
Yeah, not a bag from the store. You're like, don't worry, I brought my own.
Don't worry, I've got this.
Well, no, the old man way would be like, I brought my own. No, you can't have any. I brought ice for myself.
Oh, I'm not going to share.
I won't be needing any of your ice. I've brought my own ice, so just hang on to your own. That's good stuff.
You're right. I love it.
Hey, I have something that crossed my mind that I do want to. It will be quick, short. I just want to get your take on this, and we try not to dig off into politics too much, just to not stir anyone up with that. But I know the State of Union's the other day, so there's definitely a lot of political stuff going on, and there's a lot of flaws and problems on both sides of the aisle. We both have our side, but I mean, even our side's flawed, I'm pretty sure. But what is it that when people call for something? What does it mean for a politician to call for something? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Give me an example.
I mean, you'll see it in the news. This senator has called. I mean, let's use our current one here. Let's use our current one. When someone calls for the president to impeach, they just call for it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? You see like a headline like "Senator calls for president's to resignation," not impeachment, resignation. Who it doesn't do anything. It's just like a statement of entertainment, I guess. I don't really know what you'd call it. Like it would be like me walking into my boss's office and go like, I'm calling for your resignation. I'm pretty sure they're not going to resign, and in my life I'm going to be fired. But they don't even do it. They don't do it to the person they're even. They just state it somewhere else in the news or at another event. Like they just call for somebody to do something.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about, because you'll see like Biden calls for a ceasefire in Israel, or whatever. So I think what it is it's politicians. It's one of two things. One, they can't actually do anything, so they're just going to call for it and make it look like they are. Or it's them pandering to their constituents, like their voters. Their voters want a ceasefire. There's nothing they can do. So they're just going to get up there and call for it to appease the people who vote for them, right? That's what I think it is.
That makes sense. So instead of just walking on going, just so y'all know my view, it's this. They're calling for it.
Yeah.
I have a third opinion of what it is.
Okay.
It is the extension of how parenting is. Just like if you're like,
where's this going?
Hey son, I'd really like for you to clean your room. And if you come back in an hour and they still haven't, they're just like, well, yeah, I heard you. I mean, I heard that you said you wanted that done, but I haven't made any headway into doing it yet.
I thought you just called for it. That means I don't actually have to do it, remember?
Yeah. My wife will do that. My wife will get into that one where she's too nice of a person. So instead of looking at our kids and saying, go do this, she'll be like, hey, before you head out today, you need to be sure and pick your room up. That wasn't an order. That was just a statement of need. Something you ought to do. It's a little bit of advice. And my kids normally leave it as, you didn't really tell me. You didn't say go do it.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. I think you nailed it.
It's the exact same thing. It's saying things you would like to see done with no hope of them ever getting done.
Yeah. But interestingly, we're all adults, and so we know that it doesn't mean anything. So I think they could just stop doing that.
They could, because I mean, literally, the news covers it. Like they make
Yeah.
it an article that this senator called for this, and it's always a senator that's really not relevant. I like when it's that. I like when it's not even a relevant senator, not one that's normally in the news. It's just one, like, the one from Northern Indiana has called for. You're like, that's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
That one's dead on arrival right there. You can hang that one up.
You don't think that he could stop the war in the Middle East? Like the Northern Illinois senator has a lot of power, so you never know.
I mean, do you think that even not even any president is sitting at the White House and sees that go across the headline and they're like, man, I probably should think about doing that. I mean,
This is
Jim
really
Green
good.
said I should, so I mean, I don't know him. I mean, they don't know all the senators. They're like, I don't even know this guy, and he's calling for it. Yeah, I think I'll do it. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
It would be like you walking through my house and telling my son, you probably ought to pick your room up. He's going to be like, I don't care what Derek thinks. He doesn't live here.
Wait, I'm Jim Green from Northern Illinois now? Come on.
To my son, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I like to think I have a little more pull than that guy.
I mean, at your home in Indiana, you do, but when you drive to this state, no, you have no pull in this one.
Yeah, in East Texas, I don't have any pull out there.
I don't have any pull in my own home, so I mean,
stop. You get to choose your own appliances.
I think that's to make up for me not choosing the things I should be allowed to choose.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
You can relate that to You can relate that to politics. Typically, if they're working on this, they're not wanting you to look at this.
Oh, like, yeah.
Oh, look, we're working on this right here. Please don't look over here right now.
Yeah, exactly. Happens all the time.
That's enough politics. I just saw it the other day. I forgot what it was. Somebody called for something, and I was like, I gotta get Derek's opinion on that. I want to know if I'm the only one who notices the calling for things.
No, I noticed. I know what you're talking about.
All right, well, I think I'm going to call for the end of this podcast. I don't know if that means anything or if you agree or not, but I'm going to call for the end of this episode.
I think that means we got to keep going because it doesn't actually happen if you call for it.
So just ignore me and keep on
let's talk about something else. Yeah.
Golly. Well, no, thanks for sitting on here and talking with me, guy.
Yeah.
To everybody listening, check us out in social media. We need to get some more subscribers. We need more ratings. I need to see ratings. I want to see good, bad, or indifferent. I want to see it. I don't even care if it's hate mail, if it's you guys suck. Go back to your day job, whatever it is. I don't care. I just get on there and give us some stars, 1, 2, 9, 5, whatever. Give us a review.
Just say something.
Check out our website, whiskey-fire.com. Send us an email, whiskeyfirepodcast@gmail.com. And then all your popular social media networks. Anything you want to add before we hop off here, Derek?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks again to Alamo Distilling. You guys are awesome, especially Anja.
Definitely.
She's the contact we had that really hooked us up. And I don't always say this when we try something, but this whiskey was really, really good. And I don't know what my expectations were. I didn't really have them. I don't know that we mentioned it, but we have not tried this before. We just tried it today for the first time, and it was really, really good. So
good.
thank you.
It'll definitely be one. I'll enjoy the rest of that bottle. That's for sure. Maybe we'll get the women on here. I think that's what we should do. Get the women on, and we'll do all the other things they sent us.
Yeah, let's do that. I'd like to be able to listen to them on a podcast and tell them where they can improve. Switch it up for a change.
Well, that will be the last episode we are allowed to put out on the airwaves.
Yeah, that's probably right.
That will be it. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. God bless, and we will see you next time.
See ya.